Hi, everyone. Welcome to day 21, part 2 of the 21 days to raise your vibration. If you want to take out your journal and write down the principles. I'm going to go ahead and open our practice with the chanting of 3 ohms, if you want to do that with me. Thank you. And today we're just going to review a few other things with you all, things that we've gone over. So Thomas, take it away.
Right, we're gonna basically go over like all the chakra stuff today, aren't we? Mainly, and like some over the principles again. Because we went through so much in this 21 days, we had to make a part 2. So first of all, over to you, Misty. These are different chakras that we've covered. If you look back at the chart, these are all the ones that we've gone through. And in the hand chakras as well. So if you just take a bit of time and go through the other videos and just have a look at them and just like see what you can get from it. And also we covered the chakras and the auric bodies, which Misty knows a bit more than me. So I'm going to pass it over to you, Misty, and I'll be your slide guy.
I think you can just slowly go through them all. What we want everyone to take away from this is you have these energy channels within your body. And what we want to do is energize all of those channels, keep them running smoothly, no blockages. We work with our nadis, which take the energy and travel in and out of our chakras. And we work with our aura, which is a reflection of our inner energy on the outside of us. So all 3 of these like systems, the more we work with them, the more we feel them, the more we're focused and aware of them, the greater our channels of energy are going to be, the stronger, the better communicating, the more we're going to be in touch with our authentic self. So, anything you can do to ground yourself, raise your energy, raise your vibe, feel that energy going through your body, feel that energy cultivated in your heart, the better your body and your energy is going to be. And honestly, the TV just turned on in here all by itself.
Who wants to get involved? I guess it's just about like recognizing them and working on them and seeing which ones you have to work on, and always remembering that your body has one energy field, and like if one chakra's like off balance, it knocks all the others off balance. And I guess other chakras take up the slack sometimes when there's an underactive one and ends up with more energy than it should do, but you always have the same amount of energy. It's just how you wield it and rise it and respect it, I guess. Was there anything good? Was there anything good on the TV, Misty?
I don't know.
Right, and then the next slide is the sacred vows, Misty.
So we introduced in our practices a few things you can do when you're working with your chakras. One would be the affirmations that we talked about. Another is the meditation that we went through, if you remember, with just picturing the chakras in their location. So when you close your eyes and you're in that relaxed state, you just go all the way through all of the chakras, starting with, well, grounding with your feet, and then starting with your root and traveling up to your crown, and just picturing that ball of energy in that specific color. Picture that ball growing brighter, feeling that ball, and then placing it back in your body, and do that with all of your chakras. Another way to do that, to work with your chakras, is this mantra, which is the sacred vowel sounds. So this slide is great because it tells you how to pronounce the vowels as well. And the next one is the chakra seed mantras. So it's similar to the vowel sounds, but these are actually seeds. So once again, just start, you can do it either way, but I always start with the base, the lowest chakra, and go up. Also, when you are chanting these, keep in mind if you can go up in vibration, so higher in your notes, it's also helpful. So just take this chart out and use it however you want. Daily would be great. It doesn't take very long.
And if you nip back to the videos about the chakras, you'll be able to hear them all because we put them all in there for you. And when we were doing that one, didn't we, Misty?
Yeah.
And the next slide is journal prompts. So first of all, before we go into this, basically over the whole 21 days, we spent like the first 12 days working on the principles and giving people prompts and explaining them all to people.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go through the prompts quickly. I'm not going to say them all. I'm just going to leave them on the screen long enough for you to read them and write them down in your journals. But if you go back through all the videos, we actually go through every single principle. I'm going to go through them quickly before I play the chant, but it's just a few journal prompts here on each like principle. And this is like a little task you can do. It's like you get a rock and you just practice putting gratitude into it. You like go out and hunt for one or find one, buy one. But it's good to go and look for one because it's quite a grounding experience. So have a look at that little task. Take a few moments, and it's quite a good little one to do, isn't it, Misty?
Yes.
So I think even like, I don't know, even when I'm feeling ungrounded, I like to go down by the river and just look for rocks because I think looking for rocks is just a really grounding experience because you're in the moment, aren't you, looking for that one rock?
I don't know. It seems to me rocks jump out at me, so they find me rather than me find them.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, but it's like it's a really grounding experience, I think. Just a few more quotes for you, and that's the principles, of course, and like quickly going through them, like just for today is, I guess it's all about being in the now, innit, Misty? Being in the day, being in the moment.
And just a reminder of things you can do to keep yourself in the present moment, which would be, practicing mindfulness, which we went over again yesterday, different techniques to keep you focused on just right now, doing exactly what you're doing and having your full attention in that activity. Also, you can use what could be, or what is called a soul key, which is, as you're doing whatever you're doing and you find yourself daydreaming a bit, just say to yourself, who are you? Where are you? What are you doing? The more times you can bring yourself back to the present moment and be fully 100% involved in what you're doing, the more you're going to connect with your authentic self. So that's a great thing to practice just for today.
Oh, definitely. And we were like discussing the principles and the chakras. If you actually calm yourself and actually say the words out loud or say them to your heart space, you can actually feel how they travel through your, and like through your chakras and your energy system. It's quite, they're just really good things to say. And do not anger. Like, I guess it's not about not getting angry. It's about controlling your anger and responding in the proper way to something that's affected you in that way, I guess, Misty. Because, like, I guess anger is just a natural emotion. It's how you wield it, really.
Right. And lots of times when you feel yourself anger coming up, take a few breaths, but also reflect on what it is that you're actually angry about, right? Is it the event that just happened or the situation that just occurred, or is it something from the past? And those are great times to be able to self-realize, right? You realize you're not necessarily angry with what just occurred. You're pulling from a story you've told yourself from the past, and you're bringing it into the present moment, and that is fueling your fire.
100%. I agree completely. I had a really good sentence then, but it just sort of disappeared, Misty, 1 second. Oh, it's like we were discussing, like when you see red, it's like, is that the last time your like energy's saying, like, look, go to the root chakra and ground? We were discussing that for a bit, and that was quite an interesting thing to look at. Is like, is that your chakra system saying, look, red, stop, ground, think about what you're gonna do, like some sort of built-in warning system, maybe, I don't know. And moving swiftly on to do not worry, I guess when you're worrying, you're not in the present, are you, at all? You're either mainly in the future, but could be worrying about stuff in the past as well. It's just like, when you worry, you're just not in the now, are you, Misty?
That's right. So when you're thinking about the future, if you're thinking about making plans, something you have to do, make the plans and take the action that you have to take to get where you want to go. But that expectation, you need to let go of that expectation, and you need to let go of what it is you want so that it can manifest, right? So as
Oh,
long as
yeah.
you're still holding on to it, how can it be created when you're still holding on to it, right?
Yeah, we were discussing that. It's like when people manifest stuff from the universe. It's like you give the universe like a shopping list, but the universe is like tugging on the other end, saying, "Please, can I have it so I can go to the shop and get you all these wonderful things?" But you're not releasing it, so it's the universe can't quite get hold of it. I think you could over manifest something. You just got to like think of it, ask for it, and release, I guess.
Right, right.
Same way you do with
So,
Reiki healing, I guess. When you heal someone, you set the intention and you release that intention off to the universe to do its business, don't you?
right.
You know, I mean, it's about, I guess, manifestation. You do have to release it, and I guess you do have to surrender to the universe and totally believe in it. And maybe a bit of co-creation as well on this side helps as well.
Yeah, of course. When you are doing it, you are taking the action, you are creating the situation consciously or unconsciously, right? So let's do it consciously. Let's not worry about the outcome. Let's just take the actions that are needed in this present time. This one, like baby steps, right? Baby steps, baby steps.
Oh yeah, completely. I think like a lot of people, if they sat there for like a minute watching this video, you could sit there and write a massive list of stuff you're worried about that hasn't ever happened.
Yeah.
You know what I
Even
mean?
with this course, right? When we first started out, like we set our intention to do this course, we were going to do it Facebook Live. We tried it. It didn't quite work out. So we went to Zoom. And if you look through all of these videos, you can see that we have made progress, right? Each day is a little bit better than the last day as far as the presentation of it. So, when we first started out, I wasn't worried about it, but I was like, we didn't really have any experience with this. So it was kind of like, well, let's just see how it goes. And we just kept taking baby steps. And I think we put together something, quite wonderful in the end.
Oh yeah, it was definitely good. I enjoyed it. It was like we had to put everything we teach into 21 days, didn't we? And sort of explain to people how we do it and what we think is good for their spiritual development from our perspective, of course. And it was, yeah, it's been a learning curve, but we were diligent and just got on with it.
That's right.
Yep. I'm moving swiftly on to be grateful. I'm grateful for everyone who's came to this, and I'm grateful for everything. But gratefulness, I see gratefulness as like you have keystones to the universe, and like gratefulness, if you can like wake up every day and be grateful for what you've got, it's a really good start, isn't it, Misty? Really, it's like you're not wanting, you're not thinking, oh, I can do better, I could get this, I could get that. It's always good to go and improve yourself and be your best version, but it's also being good to be grateful for what you had and where you came from. It was like, what? Before I started Reiki, like 6 years ago, I was homeless, living on a mattress in someone's house, you know what I mean? And now I've just like, and I was grateful for that. And every day I've just been grateful and worked on myself. And now I'm in a pretty good situation and I'm grateful too. And I guess a good grateful task is to like every morning when you wake up, either use your stone or a bit of paper and write down something you're grateful for. And before you go to bed, do the same and just cultivate gratefulness. What do you think, Mister?
Yeah, definitely listing what you're grateful for on a daily basis is going to help cultivate that energy, right? So if you write it down, that's great. Say it to yourself, that's great. But I think one of the most important aspects of that practice is to make sure you're feeling it. So when I wake up in the morning, I don't just say, hey, I'm grateful for my bed. I feel in, my mind's eye, in my heart, oh my gosh, my bed is just so beautiful. And, I don't have to sleep on the floor. And I'm just so grateful for it. So just make sure you connect it to a feeling and it'll be a lot more powerful for you.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's just a good thing to cultivate all around, isn't it? Just being grateful. It's easy to do. It's like you don't need no long courses. You don't need to go see no guru. You just cultivate it yourself by being grateful for what you've got. Because like me personally, I'm grateful for my hearing because I love music so much, and I know there's people out there that have never heard music. You know, I mean, it's just the little things that make the big things, I guess. And the next one is work with diligence. I guess diligence is all about doing your best job in it, Misty. Being focused on it.
That's right. Whatever you're doing, do it the best you can. Focus on it, enjoy it, feel every aspect of it. And again, put feeling into it, right? If you're doing a simple task, do the simple task.
But also
do it the best you can.
And also when you work, be diligent to yourself as well. Are you enjoying it? Are you tired? Are you overworking? And also we were discussing multitasking, weren't we, Misty? And like, say you had 7 jobs, you were multitasking, you'd have 7 jobs, but they wouldn't be as good as if you were diligent with every single job and split them all down and done them together separately.
Right.
Like
we want to work with a whole picture, not fragmented.
Yeah, exactly. Because that you're jumping from one job to another, so you're not actually doing your best job. You're doing a really good job, but it's not you've not been 100% diligent. I guess it's about focusing, and whatever you're doing, just be focused on that. Like if you're talking to someone, be focused on them. If you're cleaning your house, just focus on that and be in the moment with it.
Right.
And importantly, enjoy it as well, because once you're doing a task diligently, you're enjoying it because you've got no problems, you're focused on it, you know how to do it. Make work fun, I guess, would be another way of putting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll let you finish. I'll let you start with be kind to others, Misty. So I need to talk.
Okay. Be kind to others. If you use that meditation, or at least keep that in your mind's eye, just sending out compassion and cultivating compassion for others. That is just an amazing practice to have, where your heart expands. And once you're in that, expansion of love, the world does look different. So you can cultivate that loving kindness through metta, through just the saying namaste, right? When you understand that when you're looking at another person, you're seeing yourself in that other person. So just like Jesus said, right? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So treat others how you want to be treated, because in fact, they are you. We are each other. We are one. And even if you maybe don't see that, just know that, our hearts expand when we include ourselves and others, and when we can look at each other with the same compassion and respect and love. And it just produces an easier life for us. There's a life of ease.
Oh yeah, completely. I completely agree. And I always tend to, when I teach my students, I always tend to kind of tweak it a bit and say, be kind to yourself as well. Because I think it all starts at home, innit? If you need to be like giving out these vibrations to yourself before you give them to other people, really. Is like, you can't be kind to others unless you can be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
I guess. Anything else to say about the principles, Misty? Oh yeah, sorry, I've got one. And like, even just saying the principles as a standalone thing without Reiki, it's just a really good thing to bring into your life. It's just a really nice thing. And like, even if like you feel yourself getting, say, angry, just spend 10 seconds reciting them to yourself in your head, and it gives you that breathing space just to make a more clearer decision, I think.
That's what I was going to bring up. Just what I do, and I've mentioned it a few times. I have just the little phrase, just for today. I have that phrase written in various places of my house. So, on my calendar, it just says just for today. So when I see that, I list the principles in my mind. I go through them. And even if I don't go through them individually, just that phrase, just for today, encapsulates those, right? And so I can bring forth, right, the feeling of all of them, and it will refocus. It refocuses me, like it's like a wake up call, right? Just for today, whatever you're doing, just for today. And then when I feel anger coming up, I can say to myself, just for today. And then instantly, all of the principles and what they represent to me and how they make me feel come up. And whatever I was angry for, it just, it refocuses me. So I do encourage you, number one, if you don't know them by now, if you don't have them memorized, to first memorize them. So keep working with them, memorize them. Once you have them memorized, put little Post-its here and there. It can't hurt,
Oh yeah, I agree. I've got them framed on my wall, so I see them all the time. And also, when I think, Misty, when you say them, just spend a few moments just like seeing how your body responds to them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like to spend like now, just like everyone, just spend like not now, like on the video, press pause, and just spend like a couple of minutes just saying each one out loud in your heart or out loud, and just see how each one makes you feel, and just explore where the energy's going, I guess. Because just for today, I find it hits all my chakras. Like it's just a really good grounding phrase to say.
Yes.
Just puts you right back in the now, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've got any more tips with the chat. Oh yeah, I've got one tip. If you have trouble remember saying them twice a day, it's always good to set an alarm on your phone for twice a day to remind you. That's what I first did when I first started practicing, because I always used to forget. And don't worry if you forget, because it's just for today and you've always got tomorrow.
And there's other simple things. You say it after you go through your list of things you're grateful for, then just repeat the Reiki principles, fall asleep. When you wake up, go through the list of things you're grateful for, and list your principles in your head, and then get out of bed. Like those are 2 times that you can do where you're in a more restful, state of mind, and you're not hurried, hopefully. And it's something that for most people happens every day, right? Every night you go to sleep and every morning you wake up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
It's definitely sorry. It's definitely a perfect time to do it. I don't think I've got anything else more about the principles to say. Have you, Misty?
No, I think that's
right. So what I'll do is now I'll play the chant. So if everyone would like to get comfortable, and the final chant of the whole 21 days. It's been amazing, and it's been really great to have you. I shall be right back.
yes, thank you all.
The philosophy of Reiki is rooted in 5 principles. And these principles provide guidance for healing and balancing your Reiki energy. Every morning and every night, sit in Gusho with your palms placed together and speak these words out loud in your heart. Just for today, do not anger. Do not worry. Be grateful. Work with diligence. Be kind to others. Just for today, do not anger. Do not worry. Be grateful. Work with diligence. Be kind to others. Just for today, do not anger. Do not worry. Be grateful. Work with diligence. Be kind to others. Just for today, do not anger. Do not worry. Be grateful. Work with diligence. Be kind to others. Just for today, do not anger. Do not worry. Be grateful. Work with diligence. Be kind to others. Just for today, do not anger. Do not worry. Be grateful. Work with diligence. Be kind to others. Just for today, do not anger. Do not worry. Be grateful. Work with diligence. Be kind to others. Just for today, do not anger. Do not worry. Be grateful. Work with diligence. Be kind to others. Just for today, do not anger. Do not worry. Be grateful. Work with diligence. Be kind to others. Just for today, do not anger. Do not worry. Be grateful. Work with diligence. Be kind to others. Just for today, do not anger. Do not worry. Be grateful. Work with diligence. Be kind to others. Just for today, do not anger. Do not worry. Be grateful. Work with diligence. Be kind to others. Focusing on your breath. Focusing on your palms together. Find stillness in the vibration that you have created through repeating the principles. And feel the energy and embody this loving frequency.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Yeah, I thought I'd play the full thing for the final soiree, I guess. I do, and it's by one of my friends, Michaela. And if you look on the website, you'll be able to find her there. She's an amazing woman. And back to the slides, isn't it, Misty? And then we have the Reiki share coming up once a month from next Wednesday, isn't it, Misty?
Yeah, so it's the first Wednesday of every month.
We're just going to get together and share some Reiki vibes and healing and raise the vibration to whatever situation you feel like. And it'd be nice to have you there, won't it, Misty?
Definitely. If you can join, that would be wonderful.
And also we have our Facebook page, which is Raise the Vibration. Come and check us out there. Also thehermitshut.com. We're there as well. We've got copies of the free guides that are kind of based on the 21 days that we've just done, haven't we? There's like kind of the 21 days has been like a sort of cross section of what we teach, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, what it's all about is just finding, we're just introducing some tools you may or may not be familiar with. And in the 21 days, our intention was to repeatedly focus on these different spiritual tools so that you can cultivate a little energy or set up a little bit of a practice and just give you some experience with it. And now, we hope that you have found something that is enjoyable and hopefully profound or whatever that you can take and create your own personal daily practice.
And I think that's the 21 days done, isn't it, Misty?
Yeah. So if we're ready, are you ready to end?
I'm ready to end. Are you?
Okay. Yes, I am. So let's go ahead and chant our Om Shanti, which again is Om, peace, peace, peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you all. I'm grateful for you all.
Thank you. Grateful for you, Misty, and grateful for everyone coming along. Thanks for being here. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.